The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play, Bridgewater looking to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Bridgewater, complete. Smith has it.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Collins.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Ben Mason, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater
swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans have taken the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Bridgewater now from the 50. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 79 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Play action now. Bridgewater.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive game.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Bridgewater on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Bulldozes past him. And some room to work. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And going deep for Hill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. To a hit, and the ball is out. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Bridgewater. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, 35 yards.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Dolphins, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to